What's going on, everybody? I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but my backdrop is a little different. Y'all are used to seeing cues in the background. I'll get into that here in a second, but before I get started, sound check. Can everybody hear me okay? The number one thing that I'm worried about tonight is whether or not if my internet is going to behave. If anybody saw my last live stream with the exhibition match, it got cut into two parts because the internet decided to go out for a few minutes. All right, great. Everybody can hear me okay. All right. So yeah, the thumbnail is pretty straightforward here. Straight, no pun intended here. I am going to attempt to be playing some straight pool, but I did want to start in here to make sure everything looks as healthy as possible as far as the stream is concerned. Hopefully when I do go out into my room, there won't be any issues. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, I do want to go through the chat because I did happen to see a couple of people that have already been popping in, like my buddy Tony Robles. He's excited to see me play some straight pool again. I've been playing a lot in the background. A lot. And it's been a struggle. If anybody remembers the last time that I did play straight pool on a live stream, I only got as high as 17. I don't have an explanation as to why I am unable to perform as well as I used to, other than I'm playing on a 9-foot table as opposed to my old 8-foot table. I don't really want to say that is like the biggest contributing factor, though it is a contributing factor. I do want to say that the biggest contributing factor is how difficulty my pockets are. You'll probably be able to see it tonight. There'll be some shots that I'll end up taking where I might think that the ball should have gone in, but the table's going to say, nope, you didn't hit it clean enough. You didn't hit it smooth enough or whatever. The main thing is going to be is I can't touch a rail on the way to the pocket, which is a pretty high demand, even for someone of my skill level, when I've played on plenty of other tables where you are permitted to at least brush the rail, of course, at the appropriate angle, and the ball can manage to bobble its way in. Not so much on my table. Let's see here. Dirk Ridley says you could use some mental tips and insights. It says you love straight pool, however, you find it difficulty to get going after your opponent makes you sit for a while. I mean, I can relate. Not so much even in the straight pool manner, but even to just like playing pool in general. Like if you're playing in a winner break format and your opponent is just breaking and running racks left and right, and they finally make a mistake, and you're allowed to come to the table, there's no simple answer other than you just got to come with it, right? When you are given your opportunity at the table, you have to make the most of that opportunity at the table, because certainly if you don't, your opponent's going to do it. Now, clearly that's easier said than done, but I don't really see any other way around it. It's just that when you have your time at the table, make sure that you're maximizing every opportunity that you have at the table, regardless of how long you sat before you finally got to the table. What's going on, Bob? You're saying tight pockets mean play for shallower angles and smooth those balls in. You predict a 50-ball run. Bob, I got to tell you, I'll be happy if I can get in the 20s, right? My last live stream effort is a 17, though I do have a 42 recorded on video. I just never bothered publishing it. I just try watching it from time to time to kind of study what I did, whether or not if it was a clean 42 or was I just kind of scrambling throughout the entire 42, just so I can try to learn something. But I mean, if I can pull out a 50 even today, yeah, that would be great. That would really be great. Let's see here. That looks about it. Okay. So yeah, if you haven't done so already, before I really get going, if you're watching on YouTube, please give the stream a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and then ring that notification bell so that way you can get notified whenever I do this kind of stuff. Because I've been trying to go basically publish or have something for y'all to watch on a weekly basis. So far, I've been doing okay. The past 2 weeks was a video on half tips of spin. And then I did that pattern review layout that I got from Demetrius's Patreon page, as well as the exhibition match that I streamed last Sunday as well. And then, of course, there's this stream as well. So anytime you want to get notified whenever I go live or publish a new video, then click the notification bell. If you are watching on Facebook, though, you can still give that stream a thumbs up as well. You can also follow me on my Facebook fan page, and then as well as share the stream to your Facebook profile and to your favorite pool groups as well. The whole idea is to allow as many amateurs such as myself that are out there that have an interest in playing pool to get them started into playing pool, whether it's watching my content, whether it's watching Shortstop on Pool's content, or any of the other content creators that are out there as well. I would really appreciate it. Okay, I don't really see anything going. Usually I give them just kind of like a passive shout out. This time I want to give them a appropriate shout out here, which is to all of my sponsors. So first that we can see here on the screen is the Perimeter Billiard lights. I now have a perimeter light around my table, which allows me to easily put an aerial view camera. You're going to see that tonight. That perimeter light goes very well with my ICA training system, which I'll mention here shortly. When you're watching this marquee go by, anytime you see text down at the bottom that basically says like Lil Chris 10 or Lil Chris 5 or LC 10 or something, those are all of my discount codes that I have. So like you saw that TaomBilliards scrolled by and there was no discount code. Same with my main sponsors, JFlowers. I don't have a discount code with them anymore, but I still use their stuff. And like this one, for example, the ICA Training System, LC, is my discount code. If you happen to go to their website and attempt to purchase the ICA Training System, you can get $50 off of your purchase. But if it's Lil Chris 5, Lil Chris 10 from Onboard Sportswear and things like that, those will get you anywhere between 5 to 10% off of your purchase anytime you go to the websites. And then as well as Outsville, if you're familiar with template racks such as the Accu-Rack, one of the best racks that are out there as far as being able to give you the perfect rack for 8-ball, 9-ball, 10-ball. They used to have a straight pool ghost rack, but they don't appear to be making that anymore. And I'm probably going to have to follow up with them to see if they're going to continue making that. But you saw that discount code was Lil Chris, LIL'' CHRIS. If you use that discount code, you get 10% off of your purchase. But I will mention, as far as JFlowers is concerned, since I don't have a discount with them, a discount code with them anymore, I do have a referral code. What that referral code allows is that it lets them know that you are purchasing something from their website on my behalf because I let you know, or you've been watching my streams, or you follow me, or whatever. And what that referral code does is that it grants me store credit. And you might be wondering, well, what does a sponsored player like myself need with store credit? And you'd be right. What I do with that store credit, though, is that when it's high enough, then I can just grab something for free, a cue, a case, or whatever, and then eventually maybe just go ahead and do a product review on it, and then, of course, do a giveaway with it as well. And so to me, what that means is that you, the community, get to help me and, of course, the company and another lucky person that might be down on their luck and doesn't have a cue or something, because when I do a giveaway, that'll hopefully be able to put a cue or a case or whatever product in the hands of that person. So you, the community, get to help along with that. So all the information about all of my sponsors is down in the description below. So just be sure to check all that stuff out. Let's see here. Oh, one last question here before I get started. Craig Downing says, what's a good reference for rules and the principles of straight pull? I do believe the WPA website has all of the rules that are on there for straight pull. So that's probably what I would recommend. Okay, I think without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to switch out to my pool room. You're going to see a layout that's very much like how Shortstop on Pool does his, where he's got the main view and he's got an aerial view. Or I've got a main view and I've got an aerial view at the same time. Let's go ahead and switch. Ta-da! All right, I'm going to turn off my desk microphone and then I'm going to go out there. All right, so hopefully everybody can hear me okay out there. Please let me know if you can. It's going to sound a little echoey out here. That's normal. I don't really have, I don't have enough microphone. If I stand right here, and I don't have this slide on, so I probably look like a silhouette, but if I stand right here, I probably sound the clearest. But if I'm out and about, that's when I probably sound just a little echoey. I have my computer, my laptop over here that's going to allow me to remote control my desktop in the computer or in my office, so that way I can update scores and whatnot. And so yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Before I do, a little scuff mark on this 6-ball here. Yep. All right, not going to really be doing a whole lot of talking while I'm out here. Normally I like to, because I like to try to be instructional as well. But if you see my record high run of 17, I would really like to beat that for y'all tonight, if anything, at the very least. So let's get started. One thing I will say, though, is that you're probably going to watch me play very slowly, because I'm really trying to digest the layout of the table in order to figure out what I would perceive to be the best pattern out there that could hopefully allow me to get out of the rack and then at least put up decent scores. One thing I can say though is that you're not going to see me put up decent scores like Shortstop on Pool just yet. That is the long-term goal of everything. Okay. There you go. If I catch the rail on the way in, the ball is not going to go in, regardless of how soft I shoot. And so my scoring is a little different, because I'm not going to register that score. I have to make the break ball, and I have to make the opening shot. That's when I register a score. So let's try again. So like that. I'm definitely going to register that score if I miss from here. One other thing I can say that's been quite an adjustment since owning a 9-foot table is having to use my extension a lot. So that way I can reach shots like this. It was much easier to reach shots like that on my 8-foot table. Much, much easier for a short person like myself. Oh. All right. I was supposed to be shooting the 9-ball next, but this is what I get. But I'm going to call the 9-ball. Ah! Okay, so that's an official score of 4. Come on. There we go. Ugh. That was my best break ball. That was supposed to bump into the 15 ball. Because I wanted to use the 9 ball as a break ball. Right now, I'm really trying to study how I'm going to run this out. Like, I want to create a pattern. Okay. I think I got one. See what I mean? 3, 6, that's a 9. 11 ball. Up on it. 3, 6, 7. Firmer break this time. I missed that. You're not high enough. All right. Just trying to get position for this guy. This is how short I am. I needed to be like right here. Thought I'd be getting position for this guy. Do y'all think that should have fell? I didn't touch the rail on the way down there. And I certainly don't think I hit it too hard, but clearly what that means is I must have hit like right here on the outside jaw of the pocket. And in order for the ball to go in, I have to correct my aim by that much. We're talking about the difference between here and here, which I think can only equate to a millimeter. Like, yuck. And I don't think I have an opening shot. Yeah, the 9's blocking my fifth, or the 9 ball is blocking the 14 ball. 10 ball is a really tough shot. That one doesn't count since I didn't make the opening shot. Jeez. Okay. Oi! 4. The way I just missed this ball here, that's the most common mistake when I'm trying so hard not to touch the rail on the way down that I end up overcutting it, which is clearly overcompensating. Try another firm hit. Jeez. Come on. So I figure this is kind of like when I first started doing the Road to 100 on my 8-foot table. And there was a point in time where I was playing like this badly at the very beginning of the entire series. And then over the course of time, finally started getting better and better, started getting 50s, eventually topped out at an 88. And so I figured this is kind of a rinse and repeat. That's the reason why I really don't want to hit hard, is to prevent my cue ball from coming all the way up here. It's not the intended end pattern, but we'll take it. So some major problems that I've identified is patterns, choosing like good patterns, cue ball control so that way I can execute those patterns, and then shot making. Because even when I can get out of the first rack, making the next break ball is a hard milestone. All right, so and I undercut that. Okay. Normally I overcut those. Oy. Don't scratch. Oy. Here's my position. Doesn't matter though. One was a 3. I wish I hit that just a touch harder. In situations like this is tough for me to figure out. Like, I have a key ball, break ball pair, but then I've got all of this crap that I got to deal with, which I'm just not sure how to deal with it. Ah! That was the position I wanted too. All right. 2, 4, 6, 7. That's an 8. How are we looking so far? 8 attempts. Am I looking at for total balls run? All right, I've only ran 59 collectively. Typically, what I like to do is when I collectively run 100, then I'll probably just take a small break and chit chat with everybody, and then come out here and do it again. That was a decent break. Let's do something with it now. Okay. I don't even know where to start. Ah. Like I want to start with the 7 and go to the 10, but I feel like I'm gonna get blocked by the 12. If I start with this guy, the 2 doesn't pass by the 13, so that doesn't help anything because I can't maneuver to get position on anything. Get it? Get it? I didn't get it like I thought. This time, I do. I'd really like to keep that 12 possibly as a break ball. This time I have it. That was supposed to go around the 2. Oy. Maybe I'll use the 1 as the break ball. Now I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. Got the wrong angle on the 11. Making this way harder than it needs to be. Ah, golly. 6, that's a 9. Golly. I can't escape those clusters down there. I just can't escape them. Gee whiz, how am I gonna... I want to see this. See if this will work. Not. There we go. That's the angle I want. Kind of, sort of. Play the 10 ball? Right into that 5 ball. Shoot this. What do y'all think? What's the end pattern here? That way, when I go back and read it, did I match any of y'all? I don't know how to start. I just don't know how to start. This scares me. Those two right there. my idea was to shoot the 3, come off the rail, get over here for the 5, most likely shoot the 9 here into the side pocket, and make sure that I'm underneath the shot line for the 14. That way I can kind of just stun over for the 8 ball break shot. And I could have sworn I was cutting the 3 ball and not aiming straight at it. My goodness. All right. That's a 10 because that 11th ball doesn't count. So it's 3, 5, 9, 14 was the end pattern that I came up with. Oh, that's a different result. Jeez. Oh, did I overcut it? Exactly get where I wanted to hit it too soft. Trying to get on the 11, and I have the 9 as a backup. Oh, now I have to bump into a ball. Goes. Slow down, cue ball. Ooh, okay. I can try to gently just bump this over to get me on that, which can hopefully get me on that. I'm clearly risking tying up the 10 and the 8 if I do this. There we go. That's kind of what I wanted. It doesn't really matter if I get on the 8 or the 5. Oh man, my cue ball's gonna drift over. I thought I was gonna get nice and flat on the 8 ball. So the question is do I try to punch it over to get to the rail and come back out to the middle of the table, or just accept it that, oh, yep, let's just accept it. We got out of the rack again. So I'll just take that. Something positive. Getting out of the first rack. So, oh, I hate trying to shoot shots like this. A lot of times what I'm tempted to doing is just making the ball and getting the cue ball like right around here and then just cross banking the 7 ball. Because otherwise, I gotta heavily spin this deep into the corner pocket and hopefully catch the 1 and the 8. And if my cue ball slips out over here, or hopefully it stays out, because a lot of times what will happen is it'll slip out, hit this rail, and come right back behind the stack. That's what we're gonna try. Never mind. I'm going to try that again, just to see what it would have looked like. I'm not going to register the score just yet. So I had something kind of like that. I hit it way too flat, right into the side rail. That's what I was going to try to do. There's it going out and then working its way back in. Even that, like, that's just less than desirable. I can maybe shoot the 13, and who knows from there. And things kind of just spiral out of control from there. All right, I'm at 92. So let's see what this looks like. And such is the game of pool, I already know that I don't feel like I'm in like very good control of hardly any of these racks because my end patterns to me look a little sloppy. And then there might be some times where like I've got a really nice layout, I'm shooting really good, and next thing you know I'm doing like a stop shot pattern. All the ups and downs of pool. Yeah, I'm either going to end up with this cluster, or you see, usually I have a cluster that's down here. That seems to happen a lot with the way that I break. Three ball. The old me wants to shoot this ball and crash into these. Bob is basically saying, the 6 ball goes. I don't know how I'm going to get over there to do that, but 1 ball also goes. So I should try to play position for those. I'm just not sure how to do this at all. Maybe I can get this position. I don't know if I can. I don't even know if it's worth bumping into any of these. Like, I got to bump into something, like, especially with this 5 and the 15. Like, maybe I can get the 1 and the 6 out, but I eventually have to bump into that 5 and 15. And that's why I feel so inclined to do it right now. I tell you what happens a lot when I try to do this. I miss this ball. Which I probably just cursed myself by saying so. But let's shoot this 12 first so that way I don't have to bridge over the 8. I'm just going to hopefully gently go into these. I would really like to be able to go right through here. That should just open everything up. And then maybe this is my backup shot into the side pocket. Well, work? I can't tell. Let's see here. Can't tell if I'm frozen on this 1 or not. And it looks like I am. Doggone it. I can't tell if I can make this 15 in the side because of how close I am to the 1. Because it does look like I'm frozen to it. All right. 5 on the side. Oh. Oh, my side pockets are so scary. Okay, come on. Let's figure this out. Got the 8 in the corner, 15 in the side. In the side puts me up for the 2, 14, 13. I'm going to do it the 1 and the 6. I do 15, 13, 6, 2, 14, and 1, and slide over for the 7. Does that work? Not if you get a bad angle. All right. What do I do now? Jeez, little too flat. Right here would have been perfect. That'll work. We'll try to make something work out of that. Hey! Third time! Third time's the charm. Whew. Okay. That's a victory in my book. When I can do that, that's a victory. Okay, let's see now. Something as simple as that brings me much joy. What do I do now? What do I do? Jeez. You know what's on my mind right now is I just got to make the next ball, and I at least have a new record on my 9-foot table on a live stream. But what do we really want to do? I got a bunch of crap that I got to solve here. This is no good. I can't just make this ball and call it a day. I gotta figure something out. The question is what? Like, I gotta say, this is where I struggle the most, is really, really figuring this out. What in the world am I supposed to do here? I can clearly make the 3. And then what is my plan to break into this cluster? I don't have one. What's my plan to deal with the 1 and the 6? I don't have that either. Well, it's either I shoot this and go into this, don't know what's going to happen. I shoot this and go into this, and I don't know what's going to happen. Both of which at least allow me to attempt to solve something. I'm going to hit that 13. The 13 is going to hit the 5 and go right up next to these 3, I think. It's going to dislodge the 11. Like, I think the whole cluster is going to get disturbed if I manage to make the 14 and run into that 13. Versus if I just shoot the 10, I'm going to run into, like, I have to skillfully run into these and then hopefully come up with a shot. Like, maybe if I skillfully run into the 1 and push it over, my cue ball will come out to here and I can have a shot on the 8. Because the 10 ball is easier. Actually, no, never mind. I'll end up hitting the 6. The more that I look at it, here's the tangent line, and so if I sink through and hit the 6, maybe I'll have a shot. Maybe I'll have a shot at the 1. That's the easier shot, so that's what I'm going with. Can I see the 14? Oh, I can. Okay. Still kind of at a loss of what I'm going to do. Right now, all I'm doing is scoring points and trying to stay alive. Okay, I don't think I have a choice. I got to shoot the 1 and go into that 4-ball cluster. Let's see what happens from there. It looks like I'm going to hit the 5. Oh, okay. Good things. Let's really figure this out now. I mean, it's got to be this ball. It's a little low, but it's got to be this one. Maybe that means I shoot the 5, go over for the 6. 6 gets me to the 11. 11 gets me to the 8 and 12. I got to come up here for the 2, maybe in the side. Oh, I thought I missed that. Jeez. Woo. Okay. Simple stop shot. This is what we like to have. It's nothing but a bunch of stop shots. You gotta just let it roll. Okay. I don't want to shoot the 2 balls in the side pocket. I really don't. I don't think I have a choice. All right. No negative thoughts. Come on. Oh, that's a terrible angle. So maybe the 2's got to go over here. And I can slide over. Just got to make sure I get out there good enough. Slow down. Ah, 2 straight. Okay. No big deal. You know what? Maybe I'll settle for the 2 balls, the break ball. I'm going to try to shoot it in the side pocket. I think all I got to do is just make the 13 and I'll have the angle that I want. Nope, I hit it too thick. Ah, there's the angle that I want for side pocket break shot. What is that? Hey, it's a 27. I can live with that. Oh, I hit it. That's too thick. All right, everybody. Man, I really would have loved to have gotten into that 3rd rack. Okay, so what are we looking at here? This is, like I said, this is what it's been like even when I was shooting on my 8-foot table, where it's like, you know, I can struggle so hard at the very beginning. It ends up becoming a game about how many times can I get out of the 1st rack, right? So a total of 12 attempts before I finally passed making 100 balls. I made collectively I made 119 balls out of a possible 210 if I was actually shooting flawlessly. Only 3 times that I got out of the 1st rack where it was pretty much a struggle at that point, averaging a 9 right now, or with a 9 BPI. Okay, so let's see. How long have I been streaming? About an hour and a half? Okay, so I'm just going to take a small little break. And then I'll go out there and do another attempt until I hit 219, basically another 100 points, and then I'll probably just call it a day for that. Oh, so that was a struggle. That was a struggle. But we do have a new record on stream, which is 27. So like I said, look for the positive that can be out there. Does anybody have any questions, comments, etc.? I'm going to go ahead and start looking through the chat while it's going on. Let's see here. Oh, I got a lot of reading to do, it looks like. So, Dirk Ridley, what is considered a deep shelf? So, I actually bought an angle tool so that way I can measure the angle of my facings. I think they came out to 142 degrees, which is standard. The mouth opening of my pockets is 4.5, so I can fit two full balls in there, but I can't push them all the way down into the pocket because I think what's referred to as the throat size shrinks to like, I think 4.25. So it goes from 4.5, which is at the very points, and then it shrinks to about 4.25. And then when I measured the shelf depth, which is from the point to the end of the pocket, I think that was like 1.5 inches. Is 1.5 inches considered like too deep of a shelf? And when I plugged all those numbers into the table difficulty calculator, it came up as standard. And I don't even really know what standard means when it comes to that. But I see a lot of I see a lot of suggestions on what to do, so I'll definitely be looking at that. Later on. Hey, what's going on, Josh? This is my 8-ball Scotch doubles partner that I went to Vegas with a while back. I think it was like maybe a little over 2 years, two or 3 years. We got to make a trip up there so we can all go grab dinner again, man. The Fed Tracker Fred says, you haven't seen me in quite some time. How often do I do a live stream? Not as often as I used to anymore. I want to say that I'm back to being like active again. And so as difficult as it's going to be, I'm trying my best to at least have something published every week. And so this will be the fourth week in a row where I think, or the third week in a row where I've collectively done something. So I actually had I wanted to do a recorded video, but and that was yesterday. But it was like 10 o'clock when I finally had some time to get started. And if I would have started by making a video at 10 o'clock, I probably would not have finished until 3 or 4 in the morning. And that was just the no bueno on that one. So I pretty much decided, well, it's Sunday. Let me get some stuff done for the day, and then I'll go ahead and do a straight pool live stream, which I haven't done in a while. And so next weekend is maybe when I'll try to actually fit in another recording. So Dirk Ridley, you're saying the shelf is deeper on a diamond. So like, is 1.5 not this, like, what's the standard shelf depth? You would think me as a pool player, I would know that, but I don't. I only know that my table is 1.5 inches for the shelf depth. Like I said, all the stuff that I talked about, 142-degree pocket facings. I think what's referred to as the mouth size, which is from point to point, is 4.5 on the corner pockets, 5 inches on the side pockets, which is considered pro cut. And then the throat size, I think, shrinks to 4.25. And then the shelf depth between for the corner pockets, at least, I didn't bother checking on the side pockets, but for the corner pockets, the shelf depth I thought was 1.5. I like what I just saw. What's going on, Craig? You're asking 8-ball, is the shelf too deep? And 8-ball says no. That's amazing. I love it. I love it. So the interesting part that I can say though is that I just think back to my old table, and with my old 8-foot table, you can even see some of my older videos from my garage at my old home, where like I never bothered measuring the shelf depth and all the other stuff on my old table, but all I know is that on my old table, I can brush the rail on the way in, and the ball sometimes will go in. It'll definitely go in more than it does here. I think y'all at least saw maybe like 1 or 2 shots where like I just barely brushed the rail and the pocket actually accepted it. And but I still question, there was that one where I cut down, I pointed out along the short rail where I didn't touch the rail at all. I hit the jaw of the pocket, and I will at least accept that I must have hit too far on the outside jaw of the pocket, and the ball did not bobble in. It just bobbled from side to side. But it's like, okay, well, either I don't touch the rail on the way in, and so that way the ball can go in, and I also don't hit too far on the outside jaw of the pocket. It's like, holy crap! Like I gotta like thread the needle in order to be able to make a ball. Yeah, S3 204. What you saw as far as my breaks are concerned is very standard, where I'll end up with usually a 4-ball cluster right around the rack. Not every time, but most of the time. There'll be a 4-ball cluster in the middle, or there'll be a cluster over by the corner, by the opposite corner pocket. And very rarely does it ever just like nicely open up where all the balls are out in the open. And I don't know if I have to maybe clean clean the pool balls, or maybe I need to reset the reinforcement labels that I have down on my table. Not quite sure. And this is standard for me. Why is how do I sound? I'm seeing on my audio mixer that my microphone keeps peaking, and when that happens, that makes me feel like I might be like blowing y'all's ears out or something. And I'm trying to make sure that doesn't happen, but I don't know what else I'm supposed to do to not allow that to happen. It just seems a little weird. But do I sound okay from here? I don't know why in the world it would be doing that. Just turn the gain down a little bit on the microphone. Okay. Well, MDU, I do agree with you that tight pockets are not great for 14-1. I would not necessarily consider 4.5. I mean, 4.5 is obviously smaller than 5-inch corner pockets, which is typically what you like to play straight pool on. But tight pockets generally would not be great for 14-1. However, I think the general consensus would disagree with you on tight pockets for one pocket. I do believe one pocket players like to have tight pockets when it comes to that. You know, 4.25 or maybe even smaller, like down to 4. Okay, everything sounds good. All right, I get nervous whenever I see the microphone peak. Did little Chris get taller? I wouldn't recommend it, Kappa. Oh, that's too good. That's too good. So, the reason why I switched, the way my desk used to be is if I take this orientation and if I were to turn this way, this is over here is the wall that goes into my pool room. So my office door is now right in front of me. And on the outside of the office door, when I do the exhibition matches, I would typically have a blanket hanging out on the outside of the door to try to block some of the sound. So that way, hopefully, the players can't hear me out there. I've got another blanket that I'm actually going to install that'll be on the inside of the door. So I'll have both a blanket on the inside and the outside of the door. And let me see here. Is this the right direction? Nope, that's the wrong direction. And so you can see here is a blanket that I have on the wall that helps block the sounds going
Tony
to
Robles super chatted $20. Sound is
Tony,
great.
Thank
Happy
you so
to
much
see you
for
playing
the $20 super chat.
Again. Go get 'em, brother. Thumbs up emoji, smiley face emoji, billiards emoji.
I think I might have interrupted the text to speech part. You're saying the sound is great. Happy to see me playing 14-1. I really do appreciate it, man. But this blanket that I have here really helps reduce a lot of the sound going to the pool room. But there still can be some sounds that can be picked up from this room, especially if I talk just a little too loud. And so I'm working on it to where hopefully, like, I don't want to like really close this room off. Like that's not the intention, but I want to try to muffle the sound as best as I can. Dang, that's just rude. Should people like this stream? And the 8 Ball says, I would say no. Try hard. That's just rude. Oh my goodness, that's just rude. All right. Well, let's see here. I'm definitely gonna go back and read some of the chats. While like when I'm done, so that way I can correlate with what people are suggesting on what I should be doing at certain times during the racks. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and do another 100 points. I'm currently sitting at a collective 119, so I'll pretty much stop when my collective score becomes greater than 219. So let's go ahead and switch back out there. And actually, y'all tell me, do y'all want, would you want this view again? Or do you want to just see the main table? Because I've got this view and I've got just this view. Which one would y'all prefer? I'll let y'all be the judge. Okay, it looks like the dual view wins because that way you can see if the balls will go or not. All right, so let's go back out there. Okay, came very close to getting into the third rack. Let's see what we can do. And what's interesting is that given that how I missed the 13 by hitting it so thick, it probably tells me that if I would have made it, I don't think I would have had position on the 2 ball. I think I would have probably rolled right into the rack area. And if that was the case, then maybe I could take ball in hand in the kitchen. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can do a little bit better now that I'm starting to get a groove going here. See, this time I didn't get a 4-ball cluster. Don't really have a good break ball except for the 1 ball. So the way this would work is I got to get this 9 out of the way so that way I can get the 5, and then that way these 2 can go over there. In order to get the 9 out of the way, I got to be able to move the 7. And this is what makes things so freaking difficult. To get to the 7, I can use the 14, but the 14 also gets me up for the 9. So it's like, what do I do? And I've got this that I have to contend with as well. Let's see, right now I'm so tempted to shoot this ball and gently bump into this and maybe turn the 4 ball into a better break ball. So tempted at doing that. The problem is that I'll tie the 5 up right next to the 9. I'll have the 7 as a backup. That just looks like the right shot. This looks like the right shot. I don't see anything any better. Well, That's why you don't do it. So what I can try to do now is I'll shoot the 7 and try to bump the 1 back into break ball position, and I have the 5 and the 9 as backups. That. Okay, so this is kind of a solved rack now. Wish I would have bumped the 9 ball a little bit farther. Can I do it with the 10 ball? Can I just bump it up a little higher with the 10 ball? There we go. That's better. That's called manufacturing a break ball. Okay. Let's see here. So I gotta move the 9 so that way. Well, the 13 can go over here, so maybe I don't have to move the 9. Mm-hmm. Okay, need to get after that 6 ball. Then after this 3 ball. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about this. I wanted to use the 11 as a key ball, but it's the best ball that I can move to right now from this 3. How does that not fall? All right. What did I get? That's an 11. Oh, that is so frustrating. How does this not fall? realize my extension's still on. Well, that's not bad. That ball looks like it goes from the other side. Now it doesn't look like it goes at all from here. Doggone it. Like from here, it looks like it goes. But then from here, not so much. Oh, okay. Whew. Ah, it's too much spin. Are you serious? You're gonna make me shoot my break ball? Do I have a combo? Or maybe I can shoot the combo instead. Oh, this is so gross. Oh, you hate to see it. Seriously? Oh, I hit it too soft. All right. At least we're getting double-digit numbers. Let's see here. There you go. That's not a bad break result. As a right-handed player, this is the ball I would like to be my break ball. I can develop a pattern around it. I wanted to get position on the 12, but I didn't really want to jeopardize my break ball. I mean, it's higher, but it's still going to work. But I wanted to move this so that way I could shoot the 14 and the 15. Just shot it a little too hard. Maybe I'll just opt for the 6 ball. Really wanted to bump into the 9, not the 11. Yikes. Okay. Not the cleanest of end patterns. But we'll make it work. That's what matters. Making it work. Give me a shot. Why couldn't you stay out of the way? I gotta shoot a ball up table. Oh. I don't want to start with the combo. Okay. Oh. What do I do now? Go for easy shots, right? Go for easy shots. Don't go for hard shots. Go for easy ones. Easier ones. I don't know what to do. I'm thinking I want to get on this ball so that way I can connect to this and then connect down here. So I'm trying to figure out how to get there. Well, not like that, but that was a lucky bump. That was a lucky bump. There's my connection. Doggone it. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And another 20. 20 plus. Ah. Not sure. I'm just not sure. I'm drawing a blank. Right into the point. Ah. 2, 4, 5. All right, let's try another smash, like a hard break. That's the way I used to do it, where I'm heavily relying on luck spreads. Oh. thought I missed that. Jeez. Man, right there. Okay. Maybe could have used a little bit more juice on that one. But hey. Things are looking better. Better than they started. 'Ah, golly. I hit it too thick. Story of my life. Missing the next break ball. $183. We're looking for $219. I guess we'll try another harder break. This is typically what I don't want, but at least I have a shot. 7 balls, or this might be the break ball, this might be the break ball. They're a little high on the rack. Get the 1 ball out of the way, And what Bob likes to call a shooting gallery goes towards that pocket there. Oh, that's a little too steep. I think I still got to shoot it though. Woo! Every time I see that, I get scared. It scares me every time I see that. Oh, how do I do this? Draw you back that freaking far. So I wanted to shoot the 9, come around for the 6. I mean, I can still shoot it. I just wanted the cue ball right there. Still think it's not the easier shot, but that's the easier shot, but that's my key ball. Bounce. on it. And I've got an angle to where I don't think I can stop the cue ball in the rack either. Because then I can take ball in hand in the kitchen. I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh. Do I have a shot? Not really. Golly. Not really. I think I can. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to touch that 2 ball. I shoot the 12 on the side. 4 ball is so much harder, and I don't want to shoot up table. I just don't. Okay. We're off to the races. Play the 5. You stay up, ball. I really wanted you to stay up. I don't even know if that was the right shot or not. Cue ball is not even where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 8. 22. Duck on it. Do not even know if that was. I was tempted to shoot at the 1. I was actually trying to, when I shot the previous shot, I was actually trying to get better position on the 1. There was there was another ball that was right here. I was a lot closer to it. It was a lot closer than I thought it was, and I didn't want to hit any harder than I did. All right, so far firm breaks are working out for me. All right. Maybe a little far. I can get right here off of this wall. That might be the way to go. Golly, that was not supposed to come anywhere near that 8 ball. Oh, gosh. That was risky and dumb. Jeez. Oh, why did I put spin on the ball? Should have just dragged it. All right, let's just hit this soft. There we go. That's a clean end pattern. I think that was fairly clean. That was about everything that I wanted it to be. Do I have a shot? Like, I'm starting to make the second break shot, but look what I have to deal with afterwards. I can't even play the 3-ball combo. I got nothing. I don't even think I can sneak the... Like, if I sneak the 3-ball right there, will it bump off the 15 and go in? I got nothing. The 6-ball is too close. I can't cut the 2-ball down table. Well, I might be able to back cut the 10-ball. Ah. And I overcut the ball. 15. Oh, that's it. That's 220. Oh, okay, well, things got a whole lot better towards the end there. All right, well, I think it's fair to say that things got a whole lot better towards the end there. My BPI jumped up to an 11 and went from 9 to 11, and I almost evened out when it came to the getting into the second rack. So that makes me feel a whole lot better. I actually performed a whole lot better than I actually anticipated to be. What are we talking about? I did a total of 19 attempts. Of all the racks, I only got out of the first rack 7 times out of 26 racks at 27%. So that's not really good. I made a grand total of 220 balls out of a possible 364 for about 60% pocket rate, which is, I guess, okay, with a BPI of 11. So, yeah, this is what reminds me of what it was like when I first started. So it almost feels like I'm starting completely over, even though I'm trying to play by the same exact principles that I played when I played on my 8-foot table. But with these pockets being more difficult than my previous table, it's just proving to be hard. Well, I think that's pretty much going to wrap things up for the night. I'll take any last minute questions if there are any, as I work through the chats to see if I see anything. I love all the chats that I'm reading, though, because I'm going to have to go back and rewatch each one of my attempts and coincide with what y'all are chatting about as to what I should have done versus what I did do. Okay, I don't really see anything. So on my way out, if you haven't done so already, if you're watching on YouTube, please give the stream a thumbs up. It really does help me out in the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and then ring that notification bell so that way you get notified the next time I do another live stream or whenever I publish another video. If you're watching on Facebook, you can pretty much do the same thing. Please give the stream a thumbs up. Follow me on my Facebook page as well, and then consider sharing the stream to your Facebook profiles and to any of your favorite pool groups as well. The whole idea is to be able to watch an amateur like me, hopefully get better in the game of straight pool, no less, because I think it's fair to say that I play better 9-ball and I play better 8-ball, but straight pool at doing a high run attempt has definitely been a struggle for me from the beginning. I was not able to run 100 balls on my 8-foot table. And we can see that on my 9-foot table, it's going to be a whole lot tougher. But I definitely want to be able to allow y'all to see the struggles so that way you can also watch the growth. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. So everybody out there, take care.